Hey guys, welcome to TBR,
Book Besties Reading. We are back and we're doing our first book club episode, which will be a bit of a shorter episode, which we're very excited about.
Yes, this is our June book club. Mm-hmm. Lots of people read along with us, which is nice.
It was really interesting to see how many people actually read with us.
I loved it.
We were both like, it'll probably just be us.
Yeah, just us and our mums. No, it was nice. We had some friends read. Yeah.
Which was very, very... It was like exciting.
Yeah.
And I actually don't think I read it until July. But...
No.
I'm pretty sure I read it in July.
No, you definitely started
it before June. I went away. Yeah.
But it was a slow read.
It was a bit... We can discuss it later. Do we want to start off with...
Yeah, we'll do a
recap of our month.
Catch up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We thought for our book club eps, we'd do like a monthly catch up of what happened in the month. What happened?
We both finished up our jobs, our mutual job.
Yeah.
Towards the end of June.
I feel like I need to look at a calendar for what I did in June.
I think our last date was the 21st of June. It was our last day.
Mm-hmm.
So that was sad, saying goodbye to lots of people at work, but also
nice,
freeing.
Yeah. It's just nice. Like it's a new.
Yeah.
For us, it was a new chapter.
Definitely felt like a new chapter
that we both get to sort of step into.
Yeah.
So I liked it.
And then we both did a head spa.
Yes. So we did this head spa like, a month ago. Over a month ago.
I think yours was on like the 7th of June.
I was about to say that.
I think mine was the 7th of June. Or something. Yeah.
So for reference, it's the 25th of July.
And we've held off discussing it and saving it for the pod.
What did you think?
I wrote notes.
Did you
because
really?
I had a lot of thoughts.
Your phone's here.
Okay, thank you.
So
did you have a lot of thoughts?
I did have a lot of thoughts. And Mum, I discussed it with Mum straight away because we weren't discussing it. And Mum was getting one afterwards.
Yeah.
So she only just got hers recently. It's taken us that long to talk about it, and Mum's had hers in the time. Her opinions were quite similar.
Okay.
She had it slightly different because she's got something happening with like the skin around her eye at the moment. So like some components were slightly different, but her opinion was very similar.
Okay.
How many notes have you written?
I wrote this.
She's written an entire
short story about the head spa. So first of all, when I entered, she asked me if my hair is treated. She just straight up from the beginning, is your hair treated? And I'm not used to people referring to like, do you dye your hair as treated?
Uh-huh.
And I thought she meant like, do you have head lice?
She asked me the same, and I was like,
I had to say pardon.
I was just like, what are you? Yeah, it's blonde. Like it's not naturally looking like this. But
you would have also had regrowth at that point too.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, obviously.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
No, well, she was like, have you treated your hair? And I was thinking like, wow, was I meant to like head lice
spa before this?
Because I worked at a school, so treating your hair to me is just like eucalyptus. Yeah.
Getting like the fine tooth. The comb.
So that was the first thing where I was like, oh, idiot. Then she started and I was like, okay, this is going to be good. And then the first round of using the like brush thing started and I was like, I'm not going to have any hair left. Did you find that? Like it was rough when she was like...
I don't think mine was super rough, but I made sure I went with like freshly straightened, no tangles at all.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't really think about what state my hair was in. But I think regardless, even if I had no tangles, it would have hurt. Like, she was like...
Was that with a brush that was like one of the ones where it's like held, like they hold their whole hand in it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but I was like, all right, maybe I'm just usually really gentle with my hair and this is fine.
I feel like they're probably also trying to like really get your scalp.
Like the lymphatic
so they have
drainage.
To, yeah.
So I was like, all right. And then she covers my eyes with a warm...
You're there like during this head spa and you whip your phone out halfway and you're like, I need to type some notes out.
No, I'm like, hey Siri. Like, saying it out loud. No. She covers my eyes with a warm, wet cloth. And I was like, couldn't you have done this from the beginning? This is bliss.
Did she then try and speak to you while that was over your face?
Yeah.
Over your ears, and I couldn't hear anything?
Uh-huh.
That's what she did. And then she was like asking if she could take my watch off, but I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, fuck, she's going to try and take my bracelets off. So I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, I don't know how loud I was, but I was like, my bracelets don't come off. They will not come off. Please do not attempt this. But yeah, I couldn't hear her. She was trying to talk to me.
I mustn't have been able to hear her at all, trying to. And then she touched me to, like, get my attention. I literally, like, jumped because I was so disorientated. Because the fucking, like, water shooting thing starts coming up. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's moving. And it just doesn't stop. And it's on my eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I was, like, losing my shit.
Really?
I was. And also, to me, I'm thinking.
I could just feel it draining in my ears.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
No, I was, like, panicking. And I was hyperventilating a little bit. But then I was thinking, she can hear my breathing. It's a dead silent room, like, to her.
Yeah.
And I'm like. So I just held my breath to try and calm down. Because I was just. And I kept having to think, like, your body is out. Your body's out in the open. You can move your arms. You're fine. You're not restrained. You're not.
This is why I can't do, like, cucumber slices and stuff on my eyes, because I'm the same. I don't like if
something's
blocking my eyes. Yeah. That's what. Have you seen those masks that they put on where it's like a full-on mask and it covers your mouth?
Yes. And just your nostrils can breathe.
Hell no. Hell no.
No, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking, I've just paid to be waterboarded. Like, at this point. Like, I did not enjoy. And then I wrote that I had to imagine, that's right, I forgot this. I was trying to imagine, like, I was just curled up on my shower floor to try and calm myself down, like the water, like, pelting on me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, just picture like you're like normally like under the shower, like this is fine. You can get out if you need to. Like
you were like actually.
I'm even just talking about it a little bit panicked. Anyway, it was like you were laying on top of your car in a car wash. Like that's the vibe I was getting. Like I was just like I'm just like getting pelted.
No, this is not the experience I had. I do agree that it was like a little bit. Not I didn't find it claustrophobic, but I was like, this is covering a lot of things. It's my comment was that I don't feel like it was as relaxing as I anticipated. The part that I was looking forward to the most, which was the water, I couldn't handle it.
Sent like shivers, like tingles.
That's what
anytime it moved. I was like, ooh.
I couldn't handle it because it'd go up my head and then it'd get to like here and I'd be like,
yeah.
And my whole body was literally like, holy fuck. And I was like, I wonder if she can see me.
I look like I'm orgasming.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder if she can see me because it's just like, when it gets to like on top of my head. So I went home and I was like, I wonder if this would happen if I was in the shower or if it was just this, like the specific sensation.
I think it was the like
I'm in the
sensory
shower with
deprivation.
I'm in the shower with the shower head and I was like this. And I was like,
but you know,
trying to bring it up.
I think doing it with your own arm, you know where it's about to hit you. But I think the eyes closed, the like water everywhere.
It was just like it was like full on shivers up my spine. It was like my body just.
And then
I was like, oh my God,
the bit I was excited for was to massage my neck and shoulders, which had been in all the videos. And then I feel like she barely did that, and she did my arms, which I did not even need.
Yeah,
and I was wearing my engagement ring. Because I didn't know my hands were going to get touched. Yeah. And then I'm like, you're now rubbing moisturiser into my engagement ring.
Did she not take your ring off?
No.
To be fair, I feel like if she had taken it off, I would have been like,
I'd be like, yeah.
Give it back.
I need to have it in my eyeline. Yeah, so would not recommend, would not go again. Not worth.
I don't know. I feel like I would go again, but not for the full price. Yeah. I think you'd need to be, I'd rather just get a massage and a facial.
My hair did feel nice after though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Mine was nice. And then at the end, like she put all the stuff in my hair. And I was like, oh, this is nice.
Gave you a little
this
collagen drink.
Yeah. The collagen drink was really yummy, actually.
Yeah. What flavour did you pick? Strawberry? Like the strawberry watermelon. Yeah.
I was like, which one's the most popular? She's like, oh, I was like.
Well, I picked that and then she was like, oh, everyone's picked that today.
Anyway. It's right. We didn't pay full price.
Yeah. Funny experience though.
Yeah.
I was having a panic attack.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You need to get...
And then, did you go away in June?
Yeah, we left on the... No. Yeah.
The end of June.
29th, I think.
Okay.
So
that counts.
in June.
How was your holiday?
I'll tell you what we did on the days we were in June, and then the July one I can tell you what we did the days we were in July.
Sounds good.
Because I think my July month is going to be even more pathetic. No, we went to Queenstown, which was really, really nice. We went there 2 years ago, so it was like exciting to go back, and it was Dave's first time overseas. So he was, I think he was excited. I think he really, really liked it.
It's not really that long of a flight though, is it?
It's not that long, but when you're 6'4" and the size of Dave in just like economy, and it was just a domestic plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was slightly smaller than an international plane. So I can imagine it's probably a bit uncomfortable for 3.5 hours, especially when like I'm beside him, and then Nathan is on the other side, and he's 6'4" too.
Oh no!
So Nathan's a bit smaller in size, but he's still height wise. Yeah. Like they both have their knees jammed in the back of the whatever it's called, seat.
Even like it's not like you're short. Like
no, that's what I mean. Like
he couldn't just take up all your room.
For the plane ride over there, I had Dave on one side, me, because Dave wanted the window seat because it was his first time and he wanted to be able to. So whatever.
Oh gosh.
Cute. So it was Dave, me, and then Nathan. The two of them at one point are playing like chess over the top of me. I'm trying to read my book like this, and they're both on my like bed table thingy.
Your bed table.
My whatever it's called, the little table. I've got Dave and
sleep on that.
I've got Dave and Nathan playing chess on a phone while I'm there like trying to read my book, and they're both like
very considerate of them.
But yeah, that was a nice little flight, and then we got in there. We went out to dinner to Margot's in Queenstown. If you're going to Queenstown, I recommend Margot's. Okay. Little Mexican place. Delish.
Do not believe I've been.
I would
suggest
it.
Did you get a Ferg burger?
No, we got Ferg burgers last time, and I was disappointed, so we didn't go back. Not worth the wait.
I have had one before, and I don't even remember it. So
no, but I didn't remember it. I only remembered it because it was in a photo.
Yeah.
And we sat on the lake and ate it. Yeah, I didn't.
Didn't
really rate it.
I don't really like burgers that much.
Neither.
I'm surprised the boys didn't want to go.
Nathan went last time. Dave went to the bakery and he got like a custard pie thing. So he was happy as Larry. He had like 10 of them the trip. So he was like,
he's come back.
He was like, this is the best thing I've ever found. So that was a Friday, and then Saturday we just had to pick up all our ski stuff. I don't even know what we did on Saturday. Nothing exciting, clearly. And then Sunday we went snowboarding. Perfect. So the 3 kids were snowboarding and then mum and dad were skiing.
How far were you staying from where you were snowboarding?
So we were staying in literally in the heart of Queenstown. And then we were staying at we were snowboarding at the Remarkables, which is like a half an hour trip up.
Okay.
But if you've been to Queenstown and you've been to the Remarkables, you know the road up there is horrible.
Yeah.
And when you're on a bus,
it's terrible.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
There was a poor young girl. One of the days it snowed. That'll be the next step, because I'll tell you about my first time in like 15 years seeing like actual snowfall.
Yeah.
But the poor thing, we stopped to put chains on, because in snow you have to put. She got out and I didn't see it because I was eyes closed trying not to throw up myself. Apparently she was just projectile vomiting white vomit out the side of the bus, and Dave was just like, oh my God, there's like snow already, and I was like, that is horrific. So that poor young girl was just probably struggling a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very nice the first few days. I'll inform you of the rest later on.
Lovely. What were you reading on the plane?
On the way over, I read The Housemaid.
Our July book club.
The July book club.
Got a head start. You started
I did.
in June.
Well, yeah, and then I was like, that is the book we need to be using. Yeah. So what'd you do? Anything else? Just work.
Yeah, just kept working. I don't think I went anywhere. Did I?
No.
I don't remember. It was so long ago now. But yeah, I think the head spa and finishing work was the main things.
What an exciting June. You got our heads far and you finished work.
All right, let's get on with it.
All right, our June book club.
Wild Love.
Wild Love by Elsie
Elsie
Silver,
Silver.
in case you were wondering.
Now, neither of us started this until the second half of June because historically, Elsie Silver books we read in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Not the case with this one.
No. I really want to know what everyone else thinks. But we've had a few people's input and it's not as good.
Well, I feel like everything I've seen online is people loving it.
I've seen a lot of that too. But I have seen a few people that have been like let down.
I've seen no one bag it out. And then I'm like, maybe I'm being harsh.
No, it was like this. I was reading it and obviously I was reading it really slow and I was chatting to Lacey about it. I had to use her Audible to finish it, listening to it.
Ouch.
I could not. I just couldn't even be bothered to
Which
pick it up.
can you imagine with like Chestnut Springs swapping to the audiobook?
No.
It would not be.
I wouldn't have had time to have read it. Yeah. I wouldn't have time to have got the audiobook.
No.
How many stars would you give it?
2.
Same.
I actually left it starless on Goodreads
while you were like
most
waiting.
of June, I think. I pondered on it and I was like, am I just being harsh? Because am I being self-conscious that a book I recommended to like all our friends and family is not as good as I was hoping? Like, is that in my mind?
But we didn't recommend it though because we
hadn't read it.
It was meant to be, yeah.
But we'd chosen it and we'd told them to read it. And then I was in my mind being like, is that why I don't think it's that good? Because the whole time I'm thinking, are other people going to like this? But then I was like, actually, no, I just actually didn't like it.
I think because I started later as well, I'd had a bit of input from people being like, I don't like it, which probably didn't help. But I was reading it going, no, I understand exactly what they're saying. Like, this is...
Well, I think my friend Tash finished it before me and she was like, I was going to give it 5 stars and then it kind of got annoying how slow it was. So I only gave it 4.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, oh, like, maybe she's just being harsh. And then I was like...
So Tash gave it 4
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, she's being generous. And I was like, well, you need to read Chestnut Springs because if you gave this 4...
Yeah. Was I talking to you about how it was just cliffhangers the whole time?
No.
It just like, they'd be on the dock throwing potato chips at each other and then that was it. And then it just goes into like 2 weeks later for the next chapter.
2 weeks later, but they're still just flirting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just killing me.
The main thing was that it didn't have enough plot.
I can't even remember what it was about at this rate.
Like, at least the other Elsie Silver books, they've got other things going on in
There's
their
just
life.
so many other characters and they are doing stuff.
Like, they could have made the bit where, I don't even remember their names, Ford and Rosie. They could have made it that the issue with Rosie at her old workplace was, like, so much bigger.
That's what I thought.
But it just kind of went over it, and then she mentioned it to him, and then it didn't come up again until the end.
I also, obviously, I understand that, yes, what happened was not okay.
Yeah.
But I was like...
Yeah.
I feel like she then escalated it way more than it needed to be. And, like, she was really...
Yeah.
Like, not okay.
Yeah. Like, lingering effects from it. But maybe, I understand some people probably are
potentially
less comfortable with, like, physical touch. And imagine, like, it's a older, creepy guy. Like, it would be very gross and uncomfortable, but just leave.
Yeah.
And then never think about it
and
again.
just don't think about it.
Press charges. Like,
I just felt like she was like...
Go for, like, unfair dismissal.
Yeah. I felt like it was just, like, awkwardly...
Yeah.
I don't know. And as you said, it could have been way more... Like, he could have been going to jail.
Yeah.
And she was having to, like, go to court. And Ford was needing to go with her.
Or, like, she then ran into Ford in the city.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And she could have been like, oh, like, secretive about it. And then him using his contacts and his money, like, finds out what's going on. And then, like, supports her
instead he
secretly through it or something.
Lexi, that
But
stings.
instead... It just kind of didn't include it. And then also, you found a biological daughter from your sperm donation and you didn't check?
Yeah. And you just allow her to come in, this 12-year-old?
I was waiting for it to be like, get to a point where like his lawyer goes, we have to confirm.
Yeah.
And then there was going to be some big thing of like, it's not his real daughter.
Or, yes, it needed to be like,
It was questioned.
it found out that it wasn't actually his real daughter. The mum came back and was like,
I lied.
Yeah.
I gave a false
I've come
name.
out of the hospital and now it was a prank.
Or like they're actually after his money.
Yeah.
Like there could have been more than just.
I feel like she just wrote it probably really quickly.
I think so too. Because there were like.
Who are the next characters?
There were spelling errors and typos. And also, like, even just the sex scenes were a bit weird. Them on their knees in the paint.
I don't even remember
there was paint spilled on the floor.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the office.
yeah. And then they left the paint there and they didn't want to clean it up.
And it was like artwork.
Yeah.
What? Where she was on her knees.
Also, why would he keep the key to her fucking journal around his neck for what, 15 years?
Weird.
Babe, surely the chain, bro.
But also,
West.
Just, like, act on it. If you like her that much.
Yeah, if you're keeping the chain, what, you're just anticipating she's just going to come back one day?
And then the whole thing of like, well, I actually haven't been with like many girls at all. Even though he's the hottest billionaire in the world.
Yeah, apparently.
He's been able to just
if they made a movie out of
himself.
It better be, I don't even know who they could choose, but it would have to be, well, the hottest man in the world is apparently, the most attractive man in the world is Jeremy Clarkson. So...
he's not a billionaire though, I don't think. So...
I don't know. It just
has to be Richard Branson or Elon Musk.
It just wasn't. It wasn't.
Anyway,
I was just about to say there's so many dog ears on.
I probably should have looked before what my reasons were for these dog ears. My issue with this page was that at this point they've only just like reconnected.
Mm-hmm.
She is starting to work for him.
Yep. Also, what qualifications did she have?
Yeah, and for him to give her $100,000 advance.
Yeah.
I want that job.
Right.
Okay, so the bit where they're just talking and then there's like journal pages. She's left journal pages on his desk. And then...
As I'm reading, I'm like, why would you... Okay, now you strip that part out of your journal.
And then she goes... We're at work. Oh, no, he says, we're at work and I'm technically your boss. We should keep things professional. If we were going to fuck, I'd call you Rosie. Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is so abrupt. Like, you've just said we need to be professional. I'm your boss. And then I aggressively say,
if we're going to fuck.
If we're going to fuck, I'd call you Rosie. Like, I'm like, name's not being professional. This bit was a journal entry and she's left it on his desk. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think I should let Ford hate fuck me just so he can lose his alleged virginity. I may not have loads of experience, but probably more than him. Maybe he'd frown less if he didn't have to walk around with an untouched dick all the time. A little practice wouldn't hurt the guy. I could send him back to college knowing where a girl's clit is, and that would basically be philanthropic. I'm sorry. You left this on your boss's desk that you wrote this about him?
When she was like 16 or 15? Yeah.
I should just let him hate fuck me. Why would you ever tell someone that you...
But also, who's 15 and talking about this?
Wrote that. Yeah.
What a 15-year-old uses the word philanthropic.
Yeah. I was like, this is an ick. Like, yeah, no. Didn't like it. Was not turned on.
Not into that. She's a good mum, a good person. Good people get clinically depressed. I don't know what your dog does.
The more you know. His hand wraps around my ponytail and he gives it a gentle tug, pulling my head back. I was just like,
if it's a
how come he's ballsy enough to grab your ponytail, but he won't just kiss you?
When they're like on the dock and he just like randomly is just like...
Yeah, grabs it and pulls her head, yanks her head back.
Well, also, yeah, if it's a gentle tug, babe, your head should not move. Like, you should have enough muscles in your neck to hold up your head.
It just, none of it excited me. What are these other bits?
I also think if he was the world's hottest billionaire, like, there'd just be way more to his life.
Yeah.
you couldn't just be the world's like Kylie Jenner is a billionaire.
Yeah.
She was a billionaire, whatever she is. Like, you'd have to be way... Like, you went to one event.
Yeah, you'd be way busier. Yeah.
In the time.
Yeah.
And you're starting, like, some record. Like, it just... I don't know. The husband she had, the partner she had too. The
shitty,
Yeah.
What is the sticker on her?
What?
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 The tug of the sticker on her right breast sends a sharp jolt of pleasure straight to my groin as he continues to work the opposite.
Is that when did she have a nipple cover on?
I don't remember that though. Oh yeah, here we go. And he delicately removes the daisy-shaped pasties that cover my nipples. There is nothing sexy about the word pasties. I think we should take a break from talking with our mouths. Blah blah blah.
From talking with our mouths.
The tug of the pasty sends a sharp jolt of pleasure to her groin.
Groin.
It says her groin because
who describes a woman's vagina as a groin?
As a groin, and gets off on having their nipple cover.
Tape. I'm fucking howling.
That's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I'm like leaving it on for 4 days so it just soaks in the shower and slips off.
Mine have been used so much they just fall off. I'll like get home and I'll like get up off the couch and there'll be one like on my ass, like my pants, and I'm like, oh, that slipped off, and I've just sat on it.
I've only ever used like Band-Aids. I don't have actual like nipple.
Yeah.
But there was one dress I bought once and it was like very deep, and I'm not joking. I have photos of it. My whole chest was taped with sports tape, trying to hold my tits up. There was like 5 Band-Aids, and then my boobs are like
Kim Kardashian style.
And I'm like full on tape. Like, I'm doing like tape like over the shoulder, across the back, like holding.
Oh my god, sports strap.
Yeah, so that would be, I could write a book about that. And he ripped off my sports tape, but it was just holding my titties up.
Gave me a rash from the way you ripped it off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, next bit that I've
despised.
Yep. This bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Elsie, honey. There's nothing attractive about this, and she did it multiple times in this book. She referred to him, when they're getting it on, as him playing her like a maestro. It was multiple times.
Wait, can I just read the word so I can...
I moan shamelessly, overwhelmed by sensation.
I don't recall
He plays me like a maestro, standing beside me, filling me in so many ways. And it was multiple times. I was like, maestro is not...
I don't even know what maestro is.
Like, isn't it like a
musical
thing?
Yeah.
So that's why I was picturing like a conductor.
Unless it's like a harp and he's like fingering the heart things.
Yeah, a distinguished conductor or performer of classical music. It's not hot.
So
a conductor has never been hot. Like he's just like got away with his rhythmic hands like a conductor or a maestro. Like he's knows what he's doing.
I don't really know about that.
This is not hot.
Because that's, to me, now that I know what it is, I'm picturing him on the outskirts conducting someone while someone else is using his fingers while he's like, shwizz-a-batang. Like,
well, just imagine like you're looking up at him and you're thinking, God, he plays me like a maestro.
I'd honestly like for a book to just have like nice sex.
Where it's you know what I was thinking that I've never read, and I'm trademarking this for my own book. A guy using a vibrator on the girl.
They did that. No, they did that in... Bo did that, didn't he?
Yeah, but like there's just not much of that.
Yeah.
And also that was like...
I was like worried for a second you were about to say a guy getting pegged. And I was like...
That was like a dildo though, wasn't it? I just want like a little like
all
vibrator,
I know is that he shaved her.
A little vibrating like egg on the clit while he pounds her. Like, while she's on top, like riding him and he's holding that. Like just spice it up
I
that
can't
way.
wait for your mum to listen to this.
It's fine. Mum and I have talked about our vibrators. No, me and like my friends are quite open about vibrators and stuff. Are yours? Like even Tash the other day was like, I didn't take my vibrator to Perth. Like blah blah blah.
No. Some of my friends were, but I was always like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I never had one in high school or anything.
No, neither.
Did you have any cast recommendations if it became...
I didn't even think of it.
I didn't either because it'd be terrible.
No. I don't know who you could use. Because I feel like Ryan Gosling for like Ford, but that feels almost insulting.
Yeah.
To Ryan.
Yeah,
because the character would just be so shit.
Yeah. Or like I've been getting around Glenn Powell.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see Twister.
Yeah, I do want to see
like
Twister.
him in the cowboy hat and the cap backwards. Like,
Girls, had you thought? What would you think for girls? Does she have brown hair? I thought she was brunette.
I picture her brunette. That was the other thing. This is like the one book where I don't picture me and Andrew as like the main characters because
it just felt so unrealistic.
So unlikable.
Yeah.
The only scene I liked was probably the one where they were outside the bar or whatever, and he'd pinned her against the outside, and they like almost kissed, or maybe it was the first time they kissed. But that bit was like the only bit where I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere.
I don't recall it.
Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I feel
Will
like
you be reading the second
it'd be
book with West?
We need to read it. But I just don't think I'm going to be able to get into West.
No.
See, like, all the Eton boys and, like, the whole cluster of, like, Jasper and Theo as well, I was like, holy shit. I'm, like, gripping onto the fact that I know they're attractive.
Yeah.
Like, she did such a great job. Whereas West, I picture a fat man.
I picture Scott Disick. Because it's, like, the single dad, like, not having time to date.
Some fat bloke.
But have you seen Scott Disick lately?
No.
He looks like he's in a fat suit.
Well, that might be because, I'm just picturing, like, a fat... Because they play bowling? What the fuck is with that, too?
Yeah.
They go out to, like, a bowling night?
Couldn't they have gone to, like,
play target shooting? Yeah. No, they go bowling.
Or golf.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps up, then, our June
Episode
book club.
4?
Will
Are
this
we
be a full
including
episode?
these as, like, count in the episode? Or...
No, I feel like it will be different. Because it'll just be like the June
book club.
Yeah.
Well, this concludes our first book club.
Yeah. Lexi's just rounding it out with us. Thanks, babe. I'm not gonna lie, you're a bit thick on the... Oh, there we go.
Let us know what you thought.
Yeah. Let us know how many stars.
Yeah.
You give it. What's our star gonna be?
Is there like a
Just
record
money?
player or
Money?
potato chip? Or
Yeah. A potato chip.
yeah.
Just a potato.
Something music related because he had the
Yeah.
record label.
There'll be like a record.
Surely.
Alright, well let us know how many records you give it out of 5. We both gave it 2. Sorry, Elsie. Do better.
Alright, well we'll see you in the next episode.
Sounds good.
Bye guys.
Bye.